What's up, everyone? I hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed day, and if not, I do hope that it gets better. I would like to say thank you for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. It means a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. Now, if you're enjoying the content you're seeing here and you don't mind continuing to help support not only me but the channel as well, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and make sure to smack the bell icon so that you'll never miss out on any of my future updates. Now, today's going to be kind of a fun video, right? We're going to be talking about the possibilities of the bigger universe that could be built on the back of Midnight Suns, right? Some possible paths that it could take in the future if we get another game. Now, of course, we got to go to the beginning, which is Midnight Suns. This starts with them, a reimagining of a decades-old team with some new blood, set in its own universe. The premise here are the Midnight Suns are coming together to stop a prophecy after the very same name, in which Lilith, the mother of demons, is seeking to release her master Cthon, who also created the Darkhold, who is also intent on bringing hell on Earth. Now, the team has members pulled from various corners of the universe. We have Magic and Wolverine from the X-Men. We have Cap and Iron Man from the Avengers. We have Captain Marvel, who's also an Avenger, but reps the cosmic side as well, and some other various characters like Robbie Reyes and Doctor Strange. Now, if we were to get a second game with the same team, there's a giant toolbox to play with in the supernatural side. We could get new game mechanics, bigger game mechanics, a bigger roster, new villains like Nightmare, Mephisto, and Dormammu, who are easily big enough threats that would garner another team up in order to take on, because whenever these guys show up and they involve, the planet in a numerous amount of dimensions could very well be at stake. The Damnation storyline for Midnight Suns, the comic, even had Mephisto as the main villain and called for a new team to take him on, which included people like Elsa Bloodstone, Moon Knight, Man-Thing, and more. I'm sure as we progress through the game, the more we'll be able to see bits and pieces that will point to the larger universe of Marvel that is in that game. There's no promise it could lead into something, but going back to the sandbox comment here, the possibility of storylines could be endless, right? This is something that I would actually like to see in the future going forward if Fire Access chooses to do any more games. I can already hit the comments though, like, this doesn't need to have a connected world like the MCU movies. You're right, it doesn't. I don't disagree. My whole reason for saying this is simply just because of how diverse this cast is, right? We're gonna learn about we're gonna watch the Midnight Suns come together and learn about what they can do. What about the Avengers? What about the X-Men, Alpha Flight, Guardians, and whatever other team you can think of, right? What about when these characters aren't with the Suns? The Abbey is a quiet place now because everyone have gotten back to their usual lives. Picture this. Imagine an X-Men game in the same vein, where your created character is a brand new student at the Xavier School for gifted youngsters. You're going about your new life, bonding with members of the X-Men as you learn to control your powers, and then out of nowhere, the mansion blows up. Boom. Because let's be honest, that place blows up every other week. Like, that place getting blew up every other week. Avengers Mansion getting blew up every other week. The backs of the building getting shot in the space every other week. That is, yeah, I couldn't live there. I'm sorry. But anyway, back on topic. Now, after the mansion blows up, you are now thrusted into a globe-trotting mission in order to stop the extinction of all mutants on the planet. And along the way, you're trying to come to terms with yourself and exactly who you should be and what you should do. Do you follow the X-Men in order to help find the best outcome possible in order to save mutant kind and continue to help upholding Professor X's ideals for the future, or do you choose to retaliate in full force with the Brotherhood because you see eye to eye with Magneto on the fact that mutants, no matter what, will never truly be safe, and the only way to truly be safe in order to stop their extinction is to drive the rest of humanity itself into the very thing. Now, for the Avengers, let's say, Kang decides to pay them a visit, with the opening fight resulting in him losing. After getting annoyed and realizing his conquest of the 21st century was much harder than he expected, he decides to go back in time to different time periods where he knows that he can win. He tries to dismantle not only the Avengers, but the future of our planet as well. permanently so that he can make way for his rise as king, or well, conqueror, right? Because that is his name. Another option, right? My personal, to be honest, because he hasn't been the main villain of a game in years. If we had another game like this with a villain, would be Ultron. I find it wild that after all these Marvel games, the only game where he was the main villain was a fighting game, and he was a co-main villain alongside Sigma for Mega Man. The last area I want to touch on, though, would be the cosmic side of Marvel. You got the Guardians, you got Nova, you got Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, Doris, Silver Surfer. Why not give us a game where we face off against groups like the Kree and the Skrulls, with bigger threats like the Dark Celestials lurking in the background on a mission to reset the entire universe? We have all of these established characters and places and more here in this world, right? A shared universe where you can jump from one adventure to the next as the story progresses. Let's say, for example, if you were able to carry over your created character. Your created character can carry over to the next game. You finish your adventure with the Midnight Suns. Next up on the docket is you being called for help as, let's say, all magic on the planet is on the verge of dying out forever. So Strange is putting together a special task force of people like Brother Voodoo, Nico Minoru, Magic, Wanda, Dr. Doom, Wanda's son, Wiccan, Hellstrom, Captain Britain, and more. Right? The universe as a whole is very rich in terms of the stories that you can tell, places you can go, and people you can introduce. And if Midnight Suns does well, who knows? Maybe we'll get to explore a different corner of the Marvel Universe in Fire Axe's world someday, hopefully. Let me know down in the comments below, if we had another game, what team or just what area would you like to see explored in the same vein? Would you want to see X-Men? Would some of you guys want to see Defenders? What's another team? Would some of you guys want to see the Ultimates? I believe that's the 616 Ultimates, the ones with Blue Marvel and Monica Rambeau and such. Let me know down in the comments below. But if you've enjoyed the video, I hope you did. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so that you'll never miss out on any of my future Midnight Suns related content. And I will catch you guys in the moonlight. Peace.
Tryna live life, pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Need a back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste and a socialite. Tryna do it big, tryna live life, pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Need a back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste and a socialite.